What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Adobe Live. My name is Howard Pinsky, design evangelist here at Adobe and host of the Cosmic Sans podcast. I had to plug my podcast.
Oh, you absolutely should.
Absolutely. Live here from the Adobe Max floor. There are a lot of people here. It's giving me a little bit of anxiety.
A little overwhelm,
Just a little bit.
A little chaos,
Yeah.
but what is creativity without a little chaos?
That's true. I love
Exactly.
coin that. Trademark it. But
Trademark
I'm here
it.
with the amazing Arabela Espinoza. How are you?
I'm doing so good. I'm so excited. We have cross-pass Adobe Live folks for forever, but have not actually streamed together,
Never.
so this is really exciting.
It's really cool.
I know. How
But
are you doing?
I'm good. Overwhelmed, but good.
In a good
this
way.
Max has been wild.
Oh,
There's
it's
been a
been so
lot announced.
amazing.
And you're going to go out into all the things in Photoshop.
In Photoshop, yeah.
Yeah, but
And
I do
it's
want to
gonna be
say,
really fun.
yeah, hi to the chat. We've got YouTube and we've got Behance, we've got Emma and Ray and Shawnee and Young and all sorts of different people. If you have questions for Arabella during this stream, throw them in there. I'm going to be paying attention while you're doing actual work. I'm just sitting here talking.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
That's
It's
what I
gonna
do.
be all over the place in the best way possible.
Yeah, but before you dive into Photoshop,
Yeah.
give a little bit of a brief overview.
Oh my God,
Who
yeah,
you are and
so,
what you're doing here.
Yeah, so my name is Arabela Espinoza. I am a creative photographer. I'm also one half of Weekend Creative. You might have seen me on Adobe Live before with my business partner, Ellie Mott, and she is the art director. I'm the photographer, and we both tag team and do a lot of commercial product photography for a lot of product brands, but not your typical boring stuff, but like your fun, colorful, fun stuff, which
I love
you'll
that.
see a little bit of today. But yeah, and then on my own time, I'm also a photographer. I do portraits and street photography, so we'll see a little bit of that today as well.
Sweet.
And yeah, it's gonna be really fun. We'll also have like a fun segment where I'll bring my cat in and play with that
I mean,
a little bit.
You can't have an Adobe live stream without a cute cat or dog or
you will always
hamster
get
or
some
something.
type of cat content from me anytime I'm streaming.
You
so
have to.
you have to.
So let's talk Max a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, we're here on the floor. The keynote was yesterday, 3 hours long.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of stuff was introduced.
A lot of stuff.
And a lot of it was Photoshop.
Yeah.
A little bit of Gen AI stuff, Firefly, Premiere, all sorts of
Yep.
stuff. We're going to be diving into Photoshop. And
Exactly.
you're going to be showing us all these new things that some of which were released previously, some you're just seeing now.
That we saw at Sneaks last year,
That's
which
true.
was so exciting. So it's really fun to see all of those tools and features now have them in the general, in Photoshop,
Yep.
and even some of those now that are coming into, beta. So
That's
it's
a
very
really
exciting.
interesting point, because in the past we've done sneaks and it was always these things that are far into the future that may or may not have ever see the light of day. But now we're starting to see sneaks that are actively
Coming
in development.
quickly.
Very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm particularly excited about today's Sneaks. I'm so excited. It's
I
gonna
can't
be great.
wait.
Cool.
Although
well,
I might go to the baseball game tonight.
Oh,
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anybody. Well, you've broadcasted it now,
Okay,
so
that's
it is
true.
what it is. Well, should we get started? Oh
Let's
my
do
gosh,
it.
let's do it. So I figured that we would do kind of a little bit of C-Pro, creative professional stuff first, how we would maybe use some of these new tools in our workflow, especially in the ideation process, and then figured we could get into some personal work and then some fun, right? So
I love that.
Yeah, so cool. So, with these new tools, we've got GenFill with these partner models. Obviously in the beta, we have the GenFill and Expand that has
Right.
really improved the quality. It's kind of incredible.
So for those, sorry to
yeah.
interrupt, but for those unaware,
No,
because I
please,
have seen a few
please.
questions about this new
you're an
GenFill.
expert here too, so you
Yeah.
you definitely need to chime in and tell us all
Yeah,
the deets.
because I've been using this internally for a little bit. So inside of Photoshop now in GenFill, we've previously had Firefly 3 and 1. I don't know why I'm looking over here.
I know, right?
But now there's a new one that's labeled GenFill and Expand, and it's better. And you mentioned details. It's definitely better for details, and also much better at generating people.
Yes.
Which I think we can all agree has been a little bit hit or miss in the past,
Yes.
but this one, much improved.
Yeah, much improved. So, a lot of these new features we're excited about and using it in kind of like our ideation process,
Yep.
and kind of thinking of new ways in which we can, think about things differently, especially as it relates to, especially if you work with the client work like we do. Oftentimes a client is wanting to come back for us and like expand new ways, or, if they liked a particular image, maybe we expand on that. So one of the really fun things that I've been enjoying about the new tools, especially as it relates to, these context, the Clux, or I don't even know what it's called. Hold on.
There's so many of them.
There's so many. I
There's
just know
Flux,
the Gemini
there's
2.0.
Banana, which is a
Nano
great
Banana,
name,
the
by the
Flux.
way.
That's what I'm talking. Flux Context Pro. Oh my God. There's so many new tools.
So
It's so hard to like even follow. But one of the great things that I love about this is that you can change the camera angle, and that is like the coolest thing. So I like to use the Gemini 2.0 Nano Banana because it kind of retains a lot of the quality.
Yep.
But you can just simply start prompting like, change the camera angle so that the subject, so that you are looking down at the subject from above.
And this is the thing I love about these new AI models, is you can talk to it like a human, right? And it's going to understand you. And think of how difficult this would be.
Yeah, this is a static image that we created. This is all real. This is not even, this is no AI was used to create this image. But like, how cool is that?
That's
we
wild.
can just kind of create these new things. We can start to pan the camera over, and you know, it's really just like all about ideation and exploration. So very, very exciting.
And that's
stuff.
the thing I love about AI is ideation, because I have ideas in my head. I just don't know how to execute them. I want to see what looks like in different colors or angles. And we can do that very quickly now.
Exactly. And then one of my other favorite things too about these new tools as well is, for example, we have this image here. It is a image that we created for this can company. They do like canning. So, you know, whether it's beans or chickpeas and things like that. So we kind of created this scene. You'll see in a second. This is kind of the final edited photo. A lot of work went into this.
You're seeing the colors that Arabelle was talking about earlier.
Oh, yes.
Very bright
Can
colors.
You see?
I love it.
Love it, love it. So we're so into this, right? But like, what's crazy was that if we go back, apricots were not in season when we when we shot this. So we just put a rock in there.
All right.
And we were like, let's maybe use some gen fill later, right? But now with all these new features, now I can take something like, like an actual, actual apricot that's in season, right? Something that looks more realistic. And we can kind of pop it in here. So I'm going to just kind of bring that in here. Let's say we use this one.
And by the way, the type treatment on that can, amazing.
Oh, so good. So good. I know, we're such suckers for branding.
There are so many times where I'm walking down the aisle of a grocery store and I'll see something well designed. I don't know if it's good or not. I buy it because it's beautiful. It's probably garbage, but at least the packaging is beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I removed everything from here, right? So we're just gonna kind of take this into its own. I'm gonna actually just remove these here. So if I just grab this, I should be able to, and there we go. Gotta make sure we're on the right layer here, you guys. So again, quick contextual taskbar, we can remove the background, looks awesome, and then now we can stick it in there, and we use Harmonize to kind of fix that, which is awesome. And it's probably a small, tiny thing, right?
Because looking at that now, it just doesn't look like it belongs.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. So another thing too, right, we actually want to remove this kind of rock here. So again, like a quick gen fill, and we're able to kind of clean that up really quickly there. There we go. And we leave it. Oh, and we have to make sure that we're on Firefly Image 3 if we want it to just like generate with no prompt, right? That's to just like remove something. Yep. So that is cleaning it up. And then all we have to do is just grab that little apricot and then use a little Harmonize, and then we kind of place it in our scene, and it's super, super cool. So
Harmonize
let's go back.
is really cool. We introduced that into beta a few months ago. And it's wild how it's able to just like analyze the lighting and the shadows and all sorts. And you're going to see this in just a second.
Yep.
But it's going to add shadows based on the other shadows in this image.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it might take a little bit, but it's really, really cool how it just like analyzes the entire image and sees, okay, we need to like make the. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Like,
pretty good.
Jaw dropped. Oh my God.
It may not be perfect, but it's definitely a good starting point
to
make some additional adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, because otherwise you would have normally had to do a lot of like curves layers and this and like all the color cast and everything. But like, how cool that we got from there to that.
Yeah.
So again, there's so many ways to go about this, but here's another really cool thing that I love. So I have, I feel like we need to have a ketchup bottle in here, right?
That would make sense.
That would make sense, right? So let's bring a ketchup bottle. Let's remove it and bring it out here. And I'm going to just move that to the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to flatten this image, right? Because usually when you're generating and using some of those, Gemini 2.0, basically you want it to be kind of on a white background. It kind of works better a little bit that way. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten this image here. So I want to put this in here.
Sure.
But the angle's not right? So
yeah, it would look really weird.
That's where we can do our little nano banana moment and basically change the camera angle. Change the camera angle so that we are looking at the subject from above, or looking down at the subject. Down from above at a 45-degree angle. You can get really specific.
Now we're getting technical.
Now we're getting technical, right? I mean, hopefully that's the correct one. I don't even know, but we'll see. And it's so cool.
It'll be really cool if one day we can actually bring an image like this onto a scene and then rotate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys, are you kidding me?
Oh.
And that is what we want so that we can place it in here. And well, guess what? We're going to harmonize it. So there we go. We just take it all.
This is wild.
Isn't that crazy? So we did. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Let me just copy paste. There we go. Oh, and it's looking a little funky. This was doing it to me earlier, so I'm going to flatten this image here. Let's go ahead.
Is the color mode difference maybe?
It might be that. Yep, it might be. So I'm going to, let's see, rasterize a layer. We'll just flatten it here. There we go. And then hopefully it should work this way. And if not, then maybe we'll figure it out. Oh yeah, it might be like a little coloring situation here. But I might be able to, if I just bring this in here. Oh no, it's kind of, okay. Well, earlier we were getting it right, so it is what it is.
The joys of live stream.
The joys of live stream,
right?
But
it did work, I saw it.
It did work, I know. I was like, I wonder if I can get it, maybe I can just move this in here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. No, okay. Well, we all get what we were trying to do, so yeah, it'll just be what it is. But
the
anyway,
fact that we can control the angle of a product shot is just mind-blowing.
Exactly.
And it retains those details. So if there was a label on that ketchup bottle, it would
exactly.
retain those details and just change the angle.
Exactly. Let me see if I can just export it as a JPEG, and I might be able to do it that way.
That could work.
That could work. Oh, and
problem solving.
There we go. Let's see. There we go,
Yay,
you guys. Okay,
out.
Here we go. So now we can remove the background. Again, love this contextual taskbar. It just makes everything so much easier.
That contextual taskbar is, it's a wild conversation.
Literally.
For designers, it's sometimes more jarring than politics. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it.
Yeah,
so
let's say I wanted to fill that space, and now I can just easily click harmonize, and it's going to do the work, and it's going to add the shadow and all the details. So
that's great, because right now it doesn't look like it belongs there at all.
Right, no, not at all, right? I mean, we totally changed it using that Gemini 2.0, the angle, the camera angle, and yeah, so let's see if it does the job that we want it to.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, that's, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? That is crazy. So anyway, that's a fun little use for.
So as a photographer and as someone who's creating these assets, this must be massive for you.
Oh my gosh.
Because sometimes you just forget to put things, or you don't have certain fruits that you can,
well, it just expands your creativity, right? Like even though we're as us product photographers, most of the time we're already getting everything that we need on set and everything, but I don't know, why not expand? This was a personal project, so we can do whatever, right? So pretty awesome stuff. I love it. Let's switch gears here a little bit. So I have another image that I want to show you guys here. We did this little project here.
So Ray in the chat is asking,
yes, of course.
Can't you generate one anyway? And I think he's asking, if you have your scene there, can't you just tell it to generate a ketchup bottle on the right-hand side? And you probably could.
You probably could.
I think, and I would love for you to expand on this,
yeah.
but there are times where you have a very specific ketchup bottle.
Very
that's
specific
maybe part
ketchup
of the
bottle.
brand
Yes.
that you'll need to add in there.
Yes, exactly. So then that's where it's nice to be able to have the actual image, and then use these tools to kind of change the camera angle and kind of get it in the right position, and then it's so much easier to harmonize. And there are endless ways to go about something, and that's what's awesome about Photoshop, right? Is so many paths you can take.
And
so here's
a layer.
And it's, yes.
So you can apply adjustment layers, you can continue the process, not just a flat image.
Exactly. So, okay, so here's an image that we shot for a client. And this was kind of the final image, but I was like, you know what, it kind of would be fun to like make it whimsical and do something really fun. So again, that's where kind of these tools are so awesome. So let's say, you know, let's remove the background again, so that it's on like a white, right? We want to just kind of create a whole new image out of this. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten this image here. And again, these tools are so easy. Select subject. It's looking good, and I can now have that on its own layer, and I can bring in like any new backdrop that I want to really just kind of have fun and play, you know? It is awesome what you can do with all these new tools, right? So again, now I can go back to our products here. I feel like we really need that naming of layers. You know,
that blew
my mind. Did you see that one got clapped the most? I loved it.
Because those are things that I don't want to think about while I'm designing.
Yep.
I don't want to name my layers.
No,
I'm lazy. I'm
exactly.
busy focusing on my design. I just want something, and obviously it would like be an opt-in thing because some people have very specific structures.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to kind of analyze as I'm designing. Like this is a ketchup bottle. It's going to name it ketchup, right?
Exactly. It's so smart. So smart. Okay, so we did a little harmonize on these products here to kind of, you know, make sure that they kind of fit in. There's not quite a lot. It actually kind of does go well. Oh, but you can kind of see the details here, actually. So see how, like, there's a very clear, like, outline, and harmonize just, like, made it work where it just, it just, like, fits.
It's interesting you brought that and you zoomed into that, because one thing I've been using harmonize for, even if the background already matches, is when I extract somebody from an image in Photoshop and they have like flowing beautiful hair, there's always a little bit of an outline.
Yeah,
but if you
can
harmonize, it cleans that up a lot.
Look at right there. That it cleans it up so well, and it's awesome. And then you can get really playful with it too, right? So now we can go into, you know, select our entire image here, and we can go to generative fill. Again, using Gemini 2.0, we can maybe say add whimsical sparkles and smoke in and out of the subject or something.
Now we're getting fancy.
We'll see. We're getting fancy here. So we can get crazy because normally, right, like I would have to go in and find a sparkle brush, and I would like, you know, do the thing, you know, have to get something from Adobe stock like a smoke and kind of put it all together. Whoa, that's intense. That's amazing.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. But I think this one is a little funky. So I'm gonna generate it again and see if we get a fun new generation. That's what's great about these things. Yeah. It's like it's playtime.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier, like this is great for ideation. So even if you want to, like from here, then you can go ahead and go to Adobe Stock, find something similar, license it, bring it over as layers, and then continue that process.
Ideation. Yeah. And what's great is, right, with these generations, we still have a layer mask, so we can still go in here, and obviously there's some weirdness happening here. Let's actually use a soft brush here and bring down our opacity. And what we can do is then paint back in just to kind of make sure that we're not losing, right, the branding. And there we go, and that way we can kind of play with that. And that looks so fun. I am obsessed. So some fun ways to kind of use these products. It's great. Okay, so time is going by so fast, you guys. So I think we should switch gears a little bit. Let's do a little bit of some personal work. So, okay, with the Photoshop beta, we've got the Firefly Gen Fill and Expand. That is incredible. So one of the things that I like to do in my personal work is I love making covers, right? So with images like these where like we're getting into portrait work, right? Okay, so let's bring this image here. And this is a horizontal image, right? But I really want this to be, let's say, the cover of like an Instagram reel, right? Like maybe I'm showing a little behind the scenes and then some of the final edited images. So, that's where some of these tools are amazing. And we can really see the power of because right now we're getting her pants cut off, but guess what happens when we play with these tools?
Because if you wanted to just use the crop tool, I mean, you're kind of seeing what's going on there, is you're going to lose a lot of that information on the left and the right, which you may want to keep. Like this thing is really cool.
Yeah. Or maybe I really wanted the model actually to be more in that golden, in the thirds kind of section. I can also, go in here, generative fill, maybe pan camera to the right or something. This is
going to be interesting.
Right?
Like you just could not do this before.
No.
wild.
It's incredible.
And I'm probably going to say that like 14 times during the stream, but it's all wild.
Always, always. So here we go. It's analyzing. It's going to kind of move the camera to the left, hopefully. We'll see. This is all live, you guys. That's what's fun about this. Are you kidding me?
It just added things over there.
Are you kidding me? Isn't that amazing?
And look at the sign in the background, right?
I know.
It maintained those details.
Yeah.
Whereas previous AI tools, it would just regenerate the entire thing and jumble everything.
And now what's really cool too is, right, so like I can now go in here and let's say we wanted to change the text of this. So we can go in here and then this is actually where we can either use, I think we can like change the text using, and we're actually in beta right now. So in the normal one, we would be able to, there we go, Flux, there you go, perfect. So change text to Madison Mendez, that's the name of the model. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully it does it. If not, we can try Gemini 2.0 as well.
Yeah, we also added something similar into Firefly boards where it actually detects text. And you can use like a text tool to select existing text on a flat image and then change it, which is so cool.
Oh, and actually, let's see. No, not in this one. So we might have to try a few different things, but you know, sometimes that happens. That's what happens with live, right?
It happens.
Cool. So let me try it with Gemini 2.5 and we'll see if it works, if it gives it to us. But that's what's cool about these like conversational tools, you know, these third-party models that are very, very exciting. So we'll see. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Madison Mendez. Maybe we should add a little telephone number because it's like, book me, hire me for modeling. Cool. So, okay, so now the other thing, right, with the GenFill Firefly Expand, I want this to be a cover, right?
Yep.
So we've got like a 16:9, right, for Instagram Reels. And now what we can do is expand. Oops. And there we go. Let's do that. Amazing. That's a good size for a cover right there.
I like it.
I feel like that looks good. And then now we can just hit generative expand. And we're making sure we're on Firefly Fill and Expand, and we can hit generate.
Yeah, and this is the one with the increased details, better at generating people.
Yes.
Obviously, there are still some limitations on resolution and things like that.
Yes.
But these things will continue to, because remember when
Are you kidding me?
just like
Are you joking with me?
But you remember when the original Firefly came out, like the resolution was quite limited. Now it's expanded, and it'll continue to expand over time.
Incredible.
But that's crazy.
That did not exist. And it took into account like the lighting, the shadows, right? Like it understands everything that's going on.
And this isn't about...
Look at the top.
Yeah, that's wild. And this isn't about generating images from scratch. This is like, you're a photographer, you've done a photo shoot, you need a little bit more information.
Just a little bit more.
And you're not going to bring your model back. You're not going to find the exact same scene and lighting and all this stuff. You just want to add a little bit.
Exactly.
And this did it.
And this did it. And literally we started off by panning over to the right, you know, and changing the name in the back, and there we go. And now we've got an Instagram Reel cover, perfect, ready to go. So super cool stuff. I love it. Okay, so now I want to show you guys. So Day of the Dead is coming up, Dia de los Muertos.
Yep.
And I basically asked my mom to send me a bunch of old photos of my grandparents because I want to print out some photos of of my grandparents and put them on my altar, on my little ofrenda.
Sure, yeah.
And so that's what I love about the GenFill and generative upscale is that we can restore some of these photos using the Gemini 2.5 and really just bring out these photos. They're so cool.
And this is really where the preserving of detail and these new models helps tremendously. Because previously, I mentioned this with the other examples, is it regenerated the entire thing.
Yeah.
And it ended up not looking like the person, right?
Yeah.
But what you're going to see in these examples is that her grandfather still going to look like her grandfather.
Yeah.
Which is
so
cool.
This is my grandfather. He was a little shorty. He was a short king. My grandma was definitely tall. But R.I.P. to him. But I want to like pan this image a little bit over. But he's looking very fierce, very smoldering. Got the look. So that's where we can kind of come in here with these tools, especially Gemini 2.5 has been my favorite. I can literally just say restore this photo. Hit enter, and we're gonna see what happens. And this is basically a photo of a photo, right? I probably don't have this in a very good quality. This is either JPEG or, sometimes even a screenshot, right, of an image. Are you kidding me?
I am old enough and I've been using Photoshop long enough to remember restoring old photos with the clone stamp.
And how long that would take?
Yeah. I didn't enjoy it. I honestly didn't. The results were fun, but I didn't spending hours and hours and hours trying to remove scratches or restore people's faces. Like, this is
Isn't
great.
this wild? And so one thing to know about these generations is that we're seeing a little bit of distortion.
Yeah.
So sometimes what I like to do is I end up sort of rasterizing this layer here and kind of fixing that distortion. So I will go in here, do a Command T, distort, and kind of, like just make it a little bit more normal. That feels like kind of what it was meant to be.
Right. And these things will obviously get improved, and some of them rely
100%.
on the third-party models. Some of them are, lots of different reasons, but they're going to get better.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go in, move camera to the right. I kind of want a little bit more on the right side so that I can get him, kind of a little bit more in the middle, at least a little bit. And that's what's awesome about these, this image, right? But that's not it. Now we've got generative upscale, and we can really, sometimes you get that. There you go.
The beauty of AI.
The beauty of AI.
Removed her grandfather.
Oh my gosh. Well, see, there you have it, you guys. It happens sometimes. But again, we also do have where we can, gen fill, normal generative expand. So we can also do that as well. So let's go ahead and generate that.
So you're really becoming like a creative director now.
Yeah. Yes. Of these like old images, like you guys need to do this at home. Like get your family members to send you some old photos.
There we go.
There we go. That looks awesome. I might just like crop it in a little bit. And then, okay, now here we go. So now we're gonna go into image, generative upscale, and it's using, we can use Firefly Upscaler. Yep. I've been playing with that and it's actually pretty good, but you're kind of a little bit limited to smaller sized images. Right. So you have to make sure that your image is a little bit smaller. So that's where Topaz has been really, really awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that and I'm gonna scale it ×2 and give it some time. And hopefully we get some more quality there.
Yeah, and what you just saw, there are two versions of Topaz.
Yeah.
One that's more of a precise,
yeah,
of course. One that's more precise upscaler, and then one that's a creative upscaler. So it's going to add more detail. So something like this, when you're dealing with someone's face,
and
that
you
really want to preserve.
Yes.
Exactly, that's the word.
Yeah, and you guys, just to let you guys know, basically Adobe is offering you guys free generations until December 1st, I believe, using Adobe Firefly and all its partner models as well, so that you guys can try these at home for free, which is awesome. So take advantage of that,
Yeah, and depending on the resolution, there it goes.
Whoa.
But, generation times may vary. But look at that.
Oh my goodness. So we started off here.
Yep.
Do you see this? That's my grandpa. And then here we are.
That
crazy. Is incredible.
Yeah, here's a question.
Yeah?
I know the black and white look is timeless, right? But what if you wanted to colorize this image?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. So, and you can kind of try different, either the Flux or Gemini 2.5, but you got to give it the prompt, right? You got to kind of restore this photo, add color, or something like that. So why don't we try that? Let's see. So we go generative fill, and maybe we want to do Flux Context Pro, restore this photo, and add color. So let's try that. I love this. Yeah, we got to try things live,
I love experimenting with these new tools.
Exactly.
Because you just never know what's possible with some of them.
Exactly. So I'm loving this. This is great. This is such great use for of AI to restore old photos and image.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Isn't that insane, you guys? I'm shook. Yeah.
I have
incredible.
No words.
You guys got to try this at home. So again, I've been this has been such a fun passion project recently where I've just been enjoying, I've got pictures of my grandma and, this was another good one that I really like. This is my uncle.
Nice.
And so, same thing. You can just kind of bring it in here and essentially tell, Photoshop, hey, can you restore this photo using this third party, the partner models, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and do that. Restore this photo. You can also get very specific too and kind of tell it remove any dust, scratches and things like that. And you can kind of play around. It's conversational.
Yeah, and speaking of dust, completely off topic, but if you didn't catch the keynote, Lightroom now has, because I kid you not, the camera that I brought, I lost the lens cap.
No.
It's literally in my bag right now. I lost the lens cap. It's dusty as heck.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
obviously, I should probably clean it and deal with that situation, but you can remove it now.
You
if
can
have
remove it. You can remove it now. Like, look how amazing that is. And obviously, it left a couple of things, so
Sure.
you can kind of. That's where it's good to know some of those old tools, right?
Yeah.
But that's incredible. Like, such good detail. And again, I can go in here and do a little generative upscale and do the same exact thing. So, again, love this. You guys need to try it. Let me do that one more time because I want to just finish it out. Okay. And again. This was kind of like one of those things where it adjusted, the image. It kind of expanded it a little bit. So I want to just distort that and make it. I mean, we can. They basically made them skinny.
Well,
There we go. Okay, so now we can go into image, generative upscale, and we can kind of do the same thing. So I'm going to do the Firefly upscaler just because I want you guys to see what can happen. So I'm going to do 2x. There you go.
And it's always a good idea, especially during this free period, to experiment with all the upscalers.
Yeah.
Because you'll find that some, Firefly is good for lower resolution, older images as upscaling. For higher resolution images, there's a little bit of a painterly creative feel to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Topaz, they also have the face restore option.
Yes,
which works in some.
Oh
this is pretty good, right?
That is crazy. Let me pull up. Okay, so we started off. Let me see. There we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We started off with here. Very, very blurry, very grainy. And now look at that.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh, so cool. The coolest thing.
I think what we're seeing with the Firefly upscaler, especially if we do another generation and compare it to Topaz, the precise one, is Firefly is really trying to keep the exact image, but make it larger, right, and a little bit sharper.
100%.
Whereas Topaz, it's really trying to sharpen those details.
Exactly. So, okay, switching gears a little bit, I kind of wanted to show, we did actually do it a little bit with the model shot where I changed the text, but something that I've been really wanting to play with is, I have a lot of street photography where there's a lot of text everywhere. And I feel like we're all in need of some self-care or some inspiring quotes. So I kind of want to do that with some of my images. I want to just kind of take the text and change it and say something
that
inspirational,
could be cool.
right?
And think of how difficult this would be. I keep repeating myself,
let's
but
give it
that
a
would
shot.
be very difficult.
I haven't tried this beforehand, so we're definitely going to see it live.
Ray in the chat's there's a party going on in the back. There's a lot of
100%.
stuff going on here at Adobe Max.
There's so much happening right now.
There's music. There's people running around. People making faces at us. It's
Literally. So let's go ahead and do that. Why don't we just select this guy and see if we can tell it, change the text to say, it's never too late to start again.
I love that.
Okay.
And I've talked to so many designers who later in their life they were maybe doctors or plumbers or whatever it might be, and they switched over to an artistic career. So I love that.
Yeah. I feel like we all, and then sometimes you got a little funny things like that. It happens, but that's okay. We can always change.
You can see how it was trying to do it, right?
Yeah,
and it even matched the font and all that stuff.
It did match the font, yes. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can, ooh, there you go. Okay, so here's one thing that I noticed too, from in a stream before, especially with Magdiel, if you know Magdiel, he's incredible. He showed how this tends to happen sometimes, so sometimes that's why it's good to know these kind of, some of these more manual tools, because then what you can do is just kind of blend it all in. But amazing that it just did that. Yeah, right?
And I have noticed from experimentation is when you use a selection tool like the polygonal lasso tool, which you did, that'll happen. Sometimes it's a little bit better if you use the selection brush. Or just select the entire image and say change the text on the building.
Let's do that, you guys.
Let's experiment.
Let's experiment. And I think that's what's amazing about all these tools, right?
Yep.
So why don't we do that? Okay. Why don't we select the whole thing.
Yep.
And we're going to do change the text on the building to say it's never too late to start again. I'm a fast typer. Oh my gosh, look at me go.
I can never type properly while I'm streaming.
Really?
Never.
It's always weird letters going in there.
The worst.
Okay, I love that you said this because sometimes I forget that.
I mean.
Do
a before and after.
Okay. Before After.
Like, it's basically the same font, too.
Everything is the same. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Are you kidding me?
It blend, what, like,
And what we can do, obviously quality right now, the output,
Sure.
it is a really large image, so, but it can only improve from here on out. But if you're just like, if I'm like, I just want this to go on social media, right? And I want to inspire people, like this is the perfect thing to share, right? So let's do another one. Why not? I do want to test doing the brush. Like,
yeah, let's do it.
Why not? We gotta try all the things. So let's see, maybe we do some street. I've got some, maybe that one. That seems like a kind of interesting one.
And Robert's saying he did colorize an old school photo from the 60s with Nano Banana.
Oh my
and had a great result.
Oh,
yeah.
That is amazing.
Oh,
hi Robert.
I
I totally know that name.
Yeah, he's in our Adobe live streams all the time.
All
he's wonderful.
the time.
The community on Behance and YouTube are just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I actually have a really good idea. So let's take this one other image here. I feel really inspired by James's talk today.
Yep.
James Dunn, right? That's his name.
He's
James
great.
Dunn. He's great. Oh my God. And he said something that like really, really inspired me and I loved. And he said basically, do what you love and everything else will follow.
It's very
And I feel like that is such a good one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Let's do, like this will be a series I think where it's all my own photography, but it's all these like quotes that I feel like people need to like hear in the moment, So you can do change text on the sign. As descriptive as possible, I think is good.
It does help.
Yes, it does. Change text on the sign to say, do what you love and everything else will follow.
Because I can see some of these models being like, well, there's text up there on that little flag.
True.
I'm going to change that.
Yeah, you want to be careful. So I feel like I'm just going to do that because, and I meant to do the brush thing.
Oh,
but
we can do
hey,
that after.
We'll do it after. We'll do it on another one.
Yeah. And they should keep the...
Yeah, something,
Like, I barely noticed the change because it looks almost the same.
Yeah,
just
it really does.
different words.
So let's go ahead and generate again and see if it'll do it one more time, or more correctly at least.
It's pretty close.
That's the beauty of AI sometimes, right? That's how you know. You still need humans.
That's a good conversation, right? I think even with all these AI tools, you're still going to need very creative people.
Yep.
Because I see a lot of people creating things with AI that they don't tell stories. Mm-hmm. They're just like, it's kind of like clip art back in the day, right?
Yeah.
But people like yourself, who are very creative, can tell stories visually, people are going to need you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to fix this a little bit, see if I can just bring it over. And then what we can do, let's see, merge layers here. And then I'm going to do some, just a little spot healing remove tool, like what we're used to doing.
Just combine all the things.
I know. Oh, and actually let me use remove tool. That one's always a great one. Okay, there we go. We're just going to remove that. Amazing. There we go. So do what you love, everything else will follow. Amazing.
I love it.
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit. Let's do something a little bit even more fun. And a little bit more chaotic.
Oh, I just noticed there's more chat over there on the left.
Oh my gosh, there's so
I'm
much.
missing so many.
Oh no.
How do you get access to the partner model? So the partner models are inside of Photoshop, now in the general version of Photoshop.
So let me show you. So they're right here. So here's the contextual taskbar. If you just select, you do a little Command A, or you select the entire image, you should have generative fill. Oh, by the way, you guys, if for some reason the contextual taskbar is not there, you can always go to Help. Contextual taskbar.
Yep.
And there you go, and it pops it up.
There you go.
Yeah, or it puts it away right now, but you get the point. There you go, contextual taskbar, there it is. Beautiful. So then generative fill, and then all you have to do is just click on that little icon next to the prompt section, and now you've got your Firefly models, you've got the partner models here, Flex Context Pro, and Gemini 2.5.
Yep, and the new Firefly Fill and Expand, that's the name.
Yes.
That you were using earlier is currently only in the beta.
Yes.
And that's available to anyone who has Photoshop as well.
Exactly. Okay, so switching gears, I'm definitely gonna bring in my cat in this because I love
you have
him.
To bring in your cat.
He's great. So there's a couple of things. So here's, I figured that I would show you guys a few different ways to kind of get to a similar aesthetic or different paths, right? There's always different paths to get to end products. So I want to do my cat. Well, it's not his birthday yet, not until April of next year. But I really want to do a '90s themed birthday cat birthday invitation, of course, naturally.
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 90s were a good time.
90s were a great time. I'm thinking like, Dwayne The Rock, like black turtleneck,
Yep.
like, all the
Put him in a
things.
Blockbuster.
Exactly. So I have some images here of my cat Coffee. He's so
Coffee?
precious.
I love
he was
that
a
name.
little bit, when I was trying to take pictures of him, he was like not really like looking forward. So I was like, you know what? This is an opportunity for some Gemini 2.5. So
Those damn animals
we're
just like
I
can't focus on the
know,
camera.
They can't focus. So let's bring that in. I like this image in particular just because it's like the lighting is pretty,
Yep.
everything's working. So let's go ahead and open it up. Okay. So again, now I have all these tools that are amazing, and I can tell it, Gemini 2.5, make the cat look forward.
Someone's asking, are the partner models safe for commercial work? So Firefly is absolutely safe for commercial
Yes.
work, right? Because it was trained on Adobe stock licensed content. For the other partner models, you will have to go to either Google or Flux to read up on all their information on commercial safety. But
Yes.
we can guarantee that Firefly
Firefly
is safe
is
for commercial
commercially
work.
safe.
Yes.
Yes. And I would say with the partner models, wow, that's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I
Are
missed
you kidding
it. What?
me? That is so cool. Yeah, I just wanted him to look a little bit more forward.
That's
and now
bananas.
it's just like insane. But yes, so I would say Firefly is commercially safe. Partner models are great for ideation and unless all like creative work. I feel like that's something that a distinction that we would like to make very clear. Especially for us, like we're business owners and do a lot of commercial work, and for us it's important that we are being commercially safe. So
Absolutely.
Firefly has been great for that, and it has only improved. So and it's only going to further improve.
That's true.
Which is awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so that looks great. I love that. Now he's looking forward, which is great. Okay, so now, I remember the, did you ever do a 90s studio in shoot portrait session?
No, you know what? I think I'd like Sears type of thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep. So found
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Found one on Adobe stock, you guys. And I love it. So, okay. So I'm going to set that up in a second, but here's our cat, my cat Coffee. Shout out to him. And so let's just like flatten that out just for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just grab the entire image, and I'm going to see what Gemini 2.5 just does, right? Like remove the background, replace with a 90s themed studio backdrop, add a turtleneck.
Oh my gosh.
And let me specify black turtleneck and a gold chain on the cat. And I could even go as far as tell it like it's my birthday or so,
Just keep going.
Add it's my birthday in a 90s themed invitation.
I'm just remembering the early days of AI with prompting. And you would tell it a bunch of things like this, and it would maybe get one of the things correct.
Yeah. So I'm a little scared right now, you guys. This is kind of a wild one. I mean, we'll see what it comes up with.
Okay.
You guys, oh my goodness.
Okay.
This is actually really cute though. But it's not what I wanted, right? I wanted the Sears photo shoot
want that.
studio. I mean, I do want this, but let's say you want to have a little bit more creative control, right? That's where Harmonize is great, right? So we've got our backdrop.
So I don't know if you saw yet, but
I've been right now.
I've been doing like
Can
retro.
we go over to Howard's?
No, we're not plugged in.
Oh, that's
but
right. Yeah.
Go to the Cosmic Sands Instagram account. I've been really like leaning in on the Memphis style 90s, 80s type of thing.
I love it. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, well, go follow, Comic Sans Pod on Instagram and check it out.
I'm just here to promote my podcast.
How funny that this happened. There's so much, we're like matching a little bit. Okay, so you want to have a little bit more creative control, and you want to put it together. That's where Harmonize is doing a great job, and you can kind of put all these different things together, right? So let me go ahead and go back. I'm going to go ahead and
Chuck E. Cheese,
copy.
Yes. You remember Chuck E. Cheese?
Chuck E. Cheese, yes.
We recently took our daughter to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh
and
my goodness.
it's a weird vibe.
Is it a
weird.
weird vibe?
It's
Oh
weird.
man. Okay, so here we go. We've got coffee in here, right? I'm gonna press OK. I'm gonna say remove background, right? And it's gonna know like, okay, cool, that looks great.
Yep.
You gotta have the classic, what is it? The stool. So we've got the stool. We've got the remove background. Like all these things would have taken us so long.
And
so
remove
long.
background has gotten so much better.
So much
as
better.
of a bunch of updates ago. It used to, for things like bikes and the spokes and netting, it was not great. Now it's so much better.
Okay, so we've got our little stool here. We can bring it down. I'm gonna place it here, maybe actually a little bit bigger. There we go. We can kind of have my cat. I'm gonna bring it up. And I'm actually going to turn that off for a second. I'm going to first harmonize this.
Because right now it kind of looks like a 90s collage type of thing, right? But we want it to blend in really nicely.
We want it to blend, yeah. We want it to all look like it's all a part of it.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening right now. I'm kind of bringing in all these elements, and you can use harmonize to really just solidify them. Again, all of this would have taken so long before. You guys, I'm not a compositor. I'm not like an artist, and that's whoa. Yes.
Look at the floor.
Are you kidding me? Let's take a look.
It's got shadows. It's got reflections.
Yes, that is so cool. Okay, now we got to add in my cat though, right? We got to have coffee in here. He's our model. Okay, so let's bring him here. Oh my God. So cute. I'm obsessed. Okay, so there we go. And now we can harmonize him and we can place him there.
And
so
you're just getting started. You just got the stool and the cat.
Yeah, we just got the stool and the cat. This looks great. And what it's going to do is also, it's going to like kind of create a little shadow underneath so it looks like he's actually on the stool too.
And that's the thing that really drives home a photo composition, are shadows.
Yeah, exactly. So it's doing its job. Ooh, and like it matched the color and everything. Are you kidding me? Ooh, it even did a little shadow on the right.
And like you mentioned,
awesome.
You have access to the layer mask.
Yeah.
So if you don't like that shadow over to the right, you can very easily just brush it away.
Yeah.
You don't get that if you're generating a flat image using, another model or another website, right?
Yeah. So super cool, right? So here's an example of like where you can kind of put all these elements together, use harmonize, and get to your desired result. Now I can go in here, get in some, some text or something. Maybe, let's see, did I have like a clicker? Okay, let's see.
And while you're looking for text, someone's asking, do you not have to pay to use all the partner models? So currently, like you mentioned earlier, they are free to use. Yeah. For a limited time, I think.
Until December 1st.
Yeah. And then the Firefly models, if you're a Creative Cloud Pro member, they'll continue to be unlimited inside of Photoshop, like generative fill and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the partner models are premium.
Yeah.
Right? So there are credits involved with that sort of thing, but there's a whole page on the breakdown of that stuff.
Yeah. So again, you can play around with text, and I love dynamic text. That has been
finally
one
we have
of the
dynamic
most
text in Photoshop.
Oh, it is so fun! You can just play around and move it around and kind of get to your desired result. So love that. But now, okay, there's another way. There's another way that we can go about this, right? So I'm going to show you. So let's go ahead and we are going to essentially.
Kathleen is saying the cat needs a shirt with a picture of a cat on it.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Wait, yes. Oh my God, we're gonna have to try that. Okay, let's see. Let me show you this one little thing, and then we'll, if we have time for it, we definitely will do that.
So I love these live streams. It's like the chat is so much more creative than I am,
honestly,
so they just tell me what to do.
I love inviting the chat to help us do design or do anything, because you guys like have the best ideas. I love it. So thank you for showing up, and thank you for, I don't know why I keep looking this way, but hi. Cool, okay, so here's the one really fun thing about generative, all these like partner models, is that you can have a conversation with them, right? So we are just going to kind of add to this right here, and then I'm going to clear that so that we can expand right here. So here's the fun part. Actually, let me do it a little bit more. There we go. So let's say
I'm just
bring
as
in
curious
all
as
those
the chat
elements.
Is. What is happening? I'm very curious.
We'll bring in all the elements, okay? And then we've got our stool, right? Okay, love it.
I think I see where this is going.
Do you see where I'm going with this? Okay, we're almost there. Actually, why am I doing it one by one? I should just put it all all together. There we go. Okay, so we've got our black turtleneck. We were going for that Dwayne The Rock-like vibes,
this is
okay?
giving those vibes.
It's giving those vibes, and let's see, we are getting our little chain here. There we go. And then what we can do now, let's all flatten that image. We're going to bring it all together, and now I'm going to go into Gemini 2.5. Place the cat in the blue backdrop on the right. Place the cat in the blue backdrop on the right, on the stool, wearing the black turtleneck and gold chain.
This is wild. Now, I know a lot of people are going to ask because Firefly has reference images, right? Mm-hmm. At the moment, Google Gemini 2.5 Nano Banana does not. Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? I love it. Isn't that amazing? So like you can now just literally put the elements to the right on like just white, and then grab the whole image together, tell it exactly what you want, and you're going to get exactly what you want. How fun is that?
That's crazy.
My goodness. Are you kidding me?
So hopefully one day we'll have reference images with these third-party models. But in the meantime, this is an amazing workaround.
Yeah. Isn't that incredible?
And I'm speechless.
Yeah, super amazing. We started off with this. We added all the elements to the right, and then we grabbed it all together. And then it just knew to like put it all together. And I love that it chose this, you know, and now I can further continue, right? I can make change this to a vertical or like, you know, or we can.
Can I see the original chain for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's so important to note, to really focus that there are like big gaps, right? Down here on the side. And if you go back to the cat, you're seeing this basically the same thing. Like it's noticing these things and it's preserving as much detail as possible.
Also, that looks like my cat. It's preserving the details of like what my cat looks like. And it even knew to like, you know what I mean? Like it is a fluffy cat, but the turtleneck is keeping everything in.
Yeah, and the fur is kind of like popping out. This is
yeah, this is amazing. So now we've got, you know, like a perfect image for our invitation, right? Now I can add some text and do all the things.
Yeah, and Ryan's saying like add a tail, or you know, Kathleen earlier said add a picture of a cat on the shirt.
Wait, let's actually do that. So I'm gonna just grab the entire thing. Let's say replace the turtleneck and gold chain with a white t-shirt with a photo of the cat itself. Do you think, will that work? I don't know. Well, let's try it.
Let's find out.
We love the ideas, so
we have
thank you.
2 minutes to figure this out.
Oh my goodness.
It went by fast.
The time went by so fast, you guys. Oh, I love it. But how cool is it? Like this is absolutely going to be. This is like cat inception.
It almost looks like there's another cat like in a pouch almost.
It kind of does. It kind of does. Wait, that's a great idea. Who had that idea?
Kathleen, I think,
in the chat. Oh
my
God, Kathleen, you're amazing. This is so smart. So smart. Should we just like continue the inception?
I mean, why not? Someone's also saying make it really 90s with a Hulk Hogan Mr. T larger chain.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
You should do a series where you just like keep making the chain
Hogan,
bigger.
Though? That's what I want to know.
It probably won't, because I know they've been like restricting. Firefly definitely won't.
No, yeah,
but some of these third-party models have been restricting celebrities and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. Uma Korn says catception.
Yeah.
I love it, you guys. Oh, you guys are so fun and silly and playful, and I love it. So we went from this to this to this. Oh my God, this is amazing. We get weirder and weirder and more unhinged.
And then you can
do like the string.
Like one thing I've been experimenting with is just like selecting everything and like spookify this image for like Halloween, or get the cat ready for Halloween.
Wait, yes, get the cat ready for. Wait, what about? Yeah, actually, let's just do that. Wait, just that prompt alone. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, we got a minute left, you guys.
Yeah. Hopefully it adds like a little witch hat and.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing! And I know some of these like this conversational with like the stuff that's happening in.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, we're done. We're done. This is amazing.
I love this.
This is giving me now ideas for creating my own costume for coffee.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness, we've had so much fun today.
This has been really fun. Thanks everyone who has joined us. We got more content coming up. Arabela, thank you so much.
Thank
this
you,
has
Howard.
Been a ton
this
of
is
fun.
amazing. You were the best host.
Yeah, thanks to the entire team who's hosting behind the scenes. Thanks to everyone at Adobe Max, and we'll see you all super soon.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.